Hey everybody, Will here from 1459 Studios. Today we're going to talk about all things overdrive pedals. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in today. Today we're just going to talk a lot about the wonderful world of overdrive, distortion, fuzz pedals, all that lovely stuff. How does it pertain to the wonderful world of recording, the wonderful world of metal? Why do we like pedals? Why do we like amp distortion? Why do we like to combine the two? That whole thing. Here's the thing about pedals. There's a reason that there's thousands and thousands of different combinations, because every guitar player has an opinion, and it's usually a very strong one. Sometimes they're educated, sometimes they're very uneducated, and sometimes they're just all about how they're feeling that day, and hence why they just exist for us to be able to just play and enjoy and do what we want to do. Sometimes it's about a style, sometimes it's about a vibe, sometimes it's about a sound, and sometimes it's about all of those things combined. So the goal of today's video is just to kind of go through a bunch of different pedals that we have here at the studio and why I have the ones that I have, and why you might like some of them for yourself. Or maybe you want to use them when you come in to record here, or maybe you want to educate yourself before going in to record yourself. So that's kind of the goal of today's video, is just talk about all the lovely things overdrive. So really quickly, the biggest thing with distortion is people use the term overdrive, distortion, and fuzz fairly interchangeably in the world of music. So let's just talk about what all three of those are, and there's everything in between. But as a basic level, when we're talking about driving an amplifier, it comes from the thought process of old school tube amps and how much you wanted the actual signal to clip, how much you wanted the signal to actually distort. And what that came to mean was the more it distorted, the heavier it was, the more metallic it was, or whatever language you want to use. So there's overdrive, which is more of a clean boost, give the signal a little bit of clipping, give it a little bit of distortion, give it a little bit of drive, give it a little bit of vibe. That's great for hard rock, for blues, for rock and roll, for that kind of thing, country, classic rock, whatever it may be. Or from a metal perspective, putting it in front of a high gain amplifier to give it a little bit different vibe, a little bit different signal, as far as want more top end, want more low end, want more bite, want more thickness, whatever it may be, using a drive pedal in that way. There's a distortion, which is either you're using your tube amp distortion, like something on a 5150 or on a Marshall or that kind of thing, or putting a pedal in front of an amplifier to really distort and clip the signal. That's basically, putting it simply, an overdrive on steroids, and kind of doing that whole thing. Then there is the wonderful, most clippy of all of them, and that's a fuzz pedal. That's a distortion pedal on steroids. It's basically just going, let's throw distortion on top of distortion and clip it a little bit harder with some more distortion. So those are the basic three principles of drive channels, distortion, that kind of thing. So if you're going, what do they all mean? That's what they all mean on a basic level. Now, I'm sure the comments, people are going to go, well, you forgot blah, blah. Fine, I don't care. Go ahead, be nerds. Be a nerd with me. We're all here having a good time. So as far as all that goes, there's kind of the traditional Klon, which this is just a Mosky Klon clone. The real Klons are like $5,000–$6,000, or you can get these little clones for anywhere from a $30 decent one to a $200 great version. This guy for $30 is amazing. Just amazing pedal, whereas this guy for $100 is also an amazing pedal. And they're both good for different reasons, but they're both clonny, if you will. The wonderful world of tube screamers. Ibanez has about 300 versions of tube screamers at this point. Great classic overdrive pedal for a reason. This is the one that I have. And I have my lovely Science Fair pedal. You may have seen the video for this one that actually has a tube screamer on one side and a rat distortion channel on the other side. This pedal rules. Watch the video for the whole breakdown on this, because this pedal's fantastic. Or you could have, traditional overdrive like this NWO, an overdrive on distortion, which is this, or on steroids rather, which is this MXR modified OD. It has a little bit more of a distortion drive channel. Just lots and lots of options out there. And I have the Fat Sandwich, which is bordering on fuzz. This is my favorite heavy pedal for all things rock and roll, blues rock, that kind of thing. Just recorded my friend's Cause for Concern doing their leads with this pedal the other day, and just an awesome pile of pedals here to choose from. We'll do some sound samples of all of them and just kind of go, hey, here's what they sound like clean, here's what they sound like in front of an amp. It might make you go, I really like the characteristic of this. I want to use this for a recording, or I like the characteristic of this pedal. What is that like? Is that a Klon, a Tube Screamer, blah, blah, blah. And you can find out kind of what you like and what you want to do for your sound. So let's check out some pedals. Hey everybody, Will here from 1459 Studios. Thanks for checking out the video. If you like what you heard, I encourage you and I appreciate it if you would take some time to go like, follow, subscribe, and or just check out any of my projects. If you like death metal, check out Caustic Abyss. If you're into slow funeral doom, check out Chalice of Suffering. If you like female-fronted, gothic, death experimental, whatever the heck we are, check out Plague of Stars. If you like grindcore, check out Insect Death. And if you like just odd soundscape music, Wolf Harvester might be up your alley. I'd also like to take a second to thank the companies that I proudly endorse: Tone Vault Audio and Media Cabling, high-quality cables for the fraction of the price of other brands, as well as my favorite, PRS Guitars. If you haven't already done so, please remember to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the alert button so you get all the latest content. So I hope today's video was fun for just exploring the wonderful world of overdrive, distortion pedals, that kind of thing. Obviously, there's a billion of them out there. There's no way you could showcase all of them in any one single video, especially one that I'm gonna lose your attention over in 10 minutes anyway. But the goal of this video is just to have some fun, talk about some drive pedals. Maybe you'll find something you're into. Maybe it'll start a discussion. Maybe you'll start thinking about your tone a little bit differently. Thanks for watching.